What is up, guys? It's your boy Agent Ubeda here at Safe at Home Podcast. And today we have a special guest that, in his own words, I slid into his DMs. Oh, my boy Concrete from San Fernando. So to me, it's like a big deal because I love and support the Valley, and having one of our own here, a rising star, not just in the Valley, but nationwide in Hollywood. I mean, I've been following you for a while, bro. And should I call you Christian or should I call you Concrete?
I mean, Christian's my government name.
Does anybody even know that?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying,
it's a little,
Christian Gutierrez.
I mean, I don't know if it's common knowledge, but
right.
But,
now they know.
He's like, you're gonna have to cut that.
But if they follow me, they know what's up. It's all good. You could leave it in there. I mean, I'm you know.
So
I love my mother given name.
No, that's dope. That's dope. So I mean, and when I'm not lying when I'm talking about nationwide, guys. So hear this out: Covina, California, May 18th; Utah, Salt Lake City, May 31st and June 1st; Houston, June 6th; Texas, Arlington, June 7th through the 9th; back here in Cali and Oxnard, the 10th, 12th through 14th, and then Bakersfield, July 20th. My dates could be a little wrong. Maybe you might switch them, but I got that from your stuff.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, you've blown up. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I mean, I don't even like to say I've blown up yet, man. I don't even feel like I've done anything yet, you know. And I like keeping it that way. Like, it keeps me hungry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the moment that that looks really good. That looks really good. A little champagne. I want to celebrate with y'all.
Oh, we're all. Oh,
let's get him a champagne.
I'm down. Yeah, you kidding me?
Oh,
it's for my mom's birthday too. It's my mom's birthday day. So
yes, we're gonna.
This will be in her honor.
Let's get it out of the way. I was gonna say today is Mom's birthday, so why don't we say
it's my mom and my mother-in-law's birthday?
No,
they both share birthdays, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
Congratulations! Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Shout out to all the mothers out there for doing it and putting up with our stuff. But
that tastes really good.
Happy birthday to them. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I was gonna bring that up, but hey, here we go. Yeah. Little champagne don't hurt nobody. So for people that can't see us that are listening to us on the audio, this is great. I mean, the fact that you're touring, and this is just up to July. You have even more dates coming up.
Yeah.
And you've been traveling everywhere.
And I think we already booked I think we already booked Atlanta. We booked
wow.
We booked Nashville.
Now you're going to the East Coast.
For June. I just haven't added those dates yet.
Yeah. Okay.
We haven't gotten the ticket link yet. So it's kind of hard for me to add a date because then people go try to buy the tickets and they're like, "Where's it at?" So I don't announce it until we have the ticket link. You know?
You see the problems he has?
Yeah.
You see. You see, that's a good problem.
Yeah.
That's a very good problem.
I don't even think I added Bakersfield on there.
See,
Bakersfield is July 20th, and that's
that's what I have.
Oh, yeah. So that's my first theater show.
Wow.
That's my first ever theater show. Because we've been blessed to be able to sell, say, like 5 shows a night. And some of those shows are like 300 to 400 people, sometimes 500 people a show.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it gets taxing over the weekend when you do 5-6 shows a weekend, bro. You know,
that's true.
I'll do 1 on Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, and then 1 Sunday.
2 a day? Really?
So we'll do 2 like back to back. You know, like I'll get off the stage, go do the meet and greet for an hour and a half, and then
come back,
and then go chill for 30 minutes, and then get back on stage.
What happens if you get bailed on the first one?
It's happened. That's happened.
Hey, I could not be a comedian, bro.
That's happened, bro. That's happened.
They'll be like, Alexis, are you good for the second show?
Oh, it's happened. No, it's happened where I'm blitzed on stage.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, you think I can
but now I've because I've been doing like this tour for like a year and some change.
Yeah.
So I started like learning on how to like maneuver through the first show and but once the second show comes, then I'll start drinking.
To like pace yourself. Mm-hmm. That's funny. So, like I was saying, from the San Fernando Valley, San Fernando kid, went to Kennedy High, so you're a cougar.
And Poly, yeah.
And you're a parrot, too.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Cool parrot, huh?
What year did you graduate?
It would have been 2004.
He said it would.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
and what year did you graduate?
Yeah, what year did you graduate, Albert?
2001.
Okay, so we probably went to school for 1 year together.
Yeah.
And wait a minute, Albert Albert's here in the studio, guys. Shout out to Albert Preciado. Yeah. Boom. He's a cougar.
Yeah.
That sounds funny. And then Concrete, you're a Cougar. And you were a basketball player? And he was a basketball player.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know if you guys saw each other or whatnot. Who
I
knows?
played basketball. I played basketball my first 2 years there.
See? And he was there playing basketball también.
I didn't do the JV or nothing. I went
Straight to varsity.
No. I didn't do the like they had a freshman team.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I went straight to JV my ninth
There you
grade
go.
year.
So you were balling.
Yeah, I could play.
Jordan Farmar, you played with?
I played with Jordan Farmar, beat him for a championship.
Beat him. Hello.
That's facts.
That's facts.
But that's my
That's a
claim to-
bomb.
But that's my
Bing.
claim to fame, you know.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, he kept growing. I didn't. Like I didn't stretch anymore. And he was man, shout outs to him, shout outs to Swaggy P. I played against him.
Swaggy P también.
Yeah.
Taft, right?
No, I think it was Cleveland. He went to Cleveland.
He went to Cleveland. Oh, I didn't think he was a Taft guy.
Yeah, he went to Cleveland. No,
yeah, I think you're right.
Taft was I think Taft was Jordan, right? Jordan.
Was it? Is that why I'm confusing them?
And then Grant was
Arenas, Gilbert. That's who I played
Arenas,
with. Yeah. Gilbert and I played together, ninth grade ball. Wow. So local guy, local hero, and someone that the kids are now looking up to. I mean, you grew up in San Fernando, right?
San Fernando, yeah.
I mean, even if it doesn't matter to me, like the valley itself, we got some rough spots. You know what I mean? So the fact that you're up here doing what you're doing, I think, says a lot for the Latino community in general. I mean, just for the kids out there, seeing you and other people that we had in here from the valley, showing them like, hey, we could do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just what we see here and there. We can make it work no matter where we're coming from. So I think that's a big deal, and that's why I accommodate you and congratulate you on what you're doing. Why I slid into his DMs because I'm like, I need Concrete out here. This is a blessing. This is great. It's awesome for the valley. So, in regards to the show, we're gonna get into your whole history and everything that you're doing in just a bit, just to keep everything in our typical safe at home podcast show.
Yeah,
we do. Today's May 15th, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes. So May 15th today we do Today in Baseball. But for you, we're going to do Today in Basketball because you're a basketball guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, so Today in Basketball, May 15, 1984, Magic Johnson. Lakers or Clippers?
Come on, man.
I got it. All right, cool.
Not even close.
All right, exactly. So Magic Johnson, the Lakers dished out 24 assists in 118 or 102 win over the Phoenix Suns. Magic Johnson sets a record for most assists in a playoff game with 24 in a win over the Suns. That's pretty dope.
That's beautiful, man.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Isn't that dope? That was in 84. Shit, I was 4.
I was in 84?
You were born?
I was born in 85.
You weren't even born
I wasn't
yet.
even a thing
I
yet.
was 4.
I wasn't a thing yet.
You weren't even a thing. So that's Today in Basketball. We switched it a little bit for Concrete today, not Today in Baseball. And then we go to our segment called Today in Real Estate, which is actually sponsored by us, Ambiance Realty, which is what we do. We do real estate. Contact us. We'll help you guys buy, sell, refi, invest, whatever you want. Today in real estate, what I want to say is, well, have you bought yet?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
No, you're really?
I'm
Okay.
working on it. Yeah, I'm working
American
on it.
Dream.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Shit, the American Dream's a little expensive right now, player.
100,000%.
It's out of control right now, the American Dream.
And I'm glad you brought that up because now's the time, more than ever, I think, in my opinion, in the real estate market is hire a pro. And I don't mean any disrespect to someone that's just starting off new or maybe part-time, because we all been there, done that. But like you said, it's expensive. It's the biggest purchase of your life, right? Our lives. Hire a pro, someone that knows what they're doing. And that's my tip for today for real estate. Hire someone that's been there, done that, so your investment is safe, your money's safe, and at the end of the day, you feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
Just like we were talking about earlier, off camera, hiring the right person for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're not just going to get anybody.
Yeah. Do your homework. Yeah.
Do your homework. So if you do your homework, you'll know that I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Hit us up. We'd love to help you guys out. But let's talk about you. Let's talk about the Valley. Let's talk about you growing up. Like we talked about, you said you went to Poly actually, and Kennedy.
Yeah.
And you were rapping.
Yeah.
Back then. Talk to me about that. Like what? Give me a glimpse. Take us into that world. as a rapper?
Well, because I was DJing for a while.
BERRETA.
I DJed for a while.
Okay, the BERRETA was your name, right?
Yeah.
Was that a group or was you single?
It was just me. It was just
no
me.
way.
So I started out as a DJ. I must have been like I don't know. I started DJing when I was like 12.
No way.
All the way into like maybe, almost like 18, 19 or
Yeah.
like that. But around 15 is when I kind of got a little bored of the whole DJ thing, and I wanted to start producing.
You're an entrepreneur. You started young.
Yeah, like I had a job at the time at Foot Action, and one of my buddies, he was a rapper, and he introduced me to a guy named by the name of Chuck Heat. And Chuck Heat was like, I think he still is. I haven't touched base with him in a while, but he was a hip hop producer. Lived in like Topanga Hills up there and all that.
No shit.
And, so I met him, and I went to his house one day, and kind of just to peep game as a teenager. I was 15 years old. I was interested in doing music, and my buddy was like, "Yo, man, let me introduce you to Chuck Key. He's he's a producer.
Yeah,
been doing it for a while." And then Chuck Key, he started like kind of teaching me like the drum machine and all that. And then he got me a part-time job, which ended up being a full-time job because I would like ditch school to go over there. At Can-Am Studios.
Okay.
And that's where like Tupac, did All Eyes on Me, and he did all these albums.
And you saw that?
So no, I didn't see that, but but I saw other artists.
Yeah.
And I was just a runner. I was young. I was a kid. I was basically, they would ask me to go buy sodas. I'd go to the liquor store.
Yeah, whatever it took.
Dude, like go buy cables or go to Sam, Guitar Center, buy this cable, buy that.
Yeah.
So I was just a runner. I wasn't like really even getting paid. It was just more like guys were just giving me like 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks.
Tips.
It was kind of like keep the change, little homie,
Yeah.
And then so I did that for like I think like almost 6 months to a year, and then so Chuck Heat ended up introducing me to the drum machine, and I ended up going home and telling my dad like, "Yo, this is really what I want to do." And at the time, I wasn't like a crazy troublemaker, but I wasn't definitely not staying at school because I knew what I wanted to do already.
Oh, okay.
Since I was really young, I knew I wanted to be in entertainment.
Okay.
And then so it wasn't too far after that my dad and my Theo kind of made me like a little studio, a little box inside the garage.
No way.
And I was in there making beats, dude. I would, I would go to school. Like by this time, I was already doing like not homeschool, but I used to go to this place where like they used to just have
continuation.
School. Yeah, continuation school for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah,
and then come back home and
bounce.
I'd
you
be
better
making
bring that
beats.
homework in. Yeah.
I was making beats all day, and then I had people coming over my house all day and making music.
Really?
And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? Like I don't just want to be a beat maker no more. I want to be a rapper. Because I didn't really like the people that were rapping on my beats. I didn't think they were like,
these dudes are whack.
I was like, these dudes are whack.
You're like, I can do better.
And then so I started rapping like at 16, 17.
Shit.
And then I gave myself a goal. I said, I'm going to have my song on the radio here in the next 5 years, 4 years. And sure enough, man, by the age of 21, I ended up, I had like a huge street record called Industry Beefs.
No.
And with that record, I was heard by Sean Lewis and Steve LaBelle. At the time, these guys were managing. Well, I mean, they are still managing like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
They used to work with Mariah Carey, Fat Joe, all these really famous people. And I ended up getting signed by Steve LaBelle and Sean Lewis to A to Z Entertainment.
No way.
And I was I got signed the same week that Nipsey got signed to them.
Really? No shit.
So like I remember going to Steve LaBelle's house, and he was like, "Yo, man, I heard your record. I like it. I think it's dope." He's like, "Come to the car with me. I want to play you this other dude." And he puts on this record. It's called Bullets Ain't Got No Names, and he shows me the CD cover. And I was like, "Oh, this dude looks like Snoop, like a young Snoop." And he was like, "Yeah, that's Nipsey Hussle. I'm about to sign him." So what do you think? And I was like, "I think it's a hot record." He's like, "Yeah, man, your record and his record kind of resemble a little bit. It's not the same record, but it kind of resembles what you guys are talking about." And I think I'm going to sign both of you guys. And then we ended up signing the same week, man.
No way.
Yeah.
You hear that story, Anthony?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So it's kind of like, my life, I've always felt like it's been like one of those, Forrest Gump life. I've always been at the right place at the right time.
That's a manifestation, though. You said you called it before.
I love you, Jenny.
Oh, I said that. Yeah, dude. And then what was it like? I was 21, and then I remember like the first time I even had my first big feature.
Yeah.
My boy calls my boy Sean, and I was living in Palmdale at the time, and the dude was like, "Hey,
Palm DZ."
He was like, "Yo, Crazy Bone wants you to feature on one of his songs." And I was like, "Bro, I just got home from work, bro. Stop messing with me, bro." And I hung up on him.
Oh.
He calls me back. He was like, "Yo, man, I'm not playing. I need you to come to the studio in Glendale right now. Get in your car and come down. And I was like, Sean, please, bro. I just got home, bro. Stop playing with me. And I hung up on him again. And then immediately they called me back. And now it's Crazy Bone on the line. He was like, yo, what's up? Hey, it's Crazy Bone. And I was like, this kind of sounds like you.
I don't think that's the homie making a voice. I think this is really you. It's really him.
He's like, yo, come to the studio. I want you to do a song with me. And we ended up doing this record called Hollywood. We did this record called Hollywood.
Can we find that on YouTube?
It could be possibly. Who knows,
look that up, Anthony.
And then I did a record
Hollywood?
called Certified Kush. I did a record called Certified Kush when I was 21. And that's the one that ended up getting played on Power 106 for the first time ever.
Wow.
And,
and the 818 stands up again.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait. So, okay. I mean, the story already in itself is pretty amazing, but we grew up. I still listen to Power, you know, like to this day. Weren't you at Power earlier today?
I was there this morning.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Full circle.
And I said it too. I was like, yo, I used to come here as a rapper trying to get on. I used to be outside of Power 106,
like play my shit
with my CD.
Yeah.
And I would wait for DJs to come out.
Here
and
you
I'd
go.
be like, hey man, here's my CD. Here's my CD.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, buddy, this ain't
I'll
how
try,
it works.
dog.
Buddy, this is not how it works.
Oh, okay. Because you got to go through the record label.
Well, not only that, but you got to have the people love it first. You know.
Yeah, of course. But what
if the streets bang it, the radio will bang it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm super intrigued in that. Where were you when you heard it? Like,
I was at my boy
Power.
Sean.
What was that about?
I was at my boy Sean and Lou's house, and so they knew it was gonna play. I didn't know it was.
Oh, you didn't know? It was like a ta-da.
Yeah. So Steve was no. So I mean, at this point, I already had like a. I kind of had like a hood buzz, right? Like people already knew who I was. They knew I was rapping.
No shit.
I already had I had like a big street record.
BERRETA.
I had a big street record called Industry Beefs, and that record kind of gave me a name, like all over the valley in a way.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know I was gonna be on, and then they invite me over to the apartment right there in Panama City.
Oh, you
and I go, yeah, dude, and I go to the homie's house. And then Felly Fell comes on. He's like, yo, what's up? It's Felly Fell. This is new at 2. We got the new record by BERRETA. This is called Certified Kush. And I was like, what did he just say?
No.
What did he just say? And then my record's playing, and then we're all just yelling. And, I'm crying,
No way. That's an unreal moment.
And keep in mind, this is no social media yet.
No.
This is
back then.
This is just like real, like from the ground,
way different.
From the ground, like straight from the grassroots.
Yeah,
there was no social media help. No. There was no. All the fans that I had at the time as rapping were because I worked my ass off.
Yeah, and back then it was like you said, it was a street cred.
Oh yeah,
and that's how you got your stuff played. It wasn't like someone did you a favor type of thing. It was more like. It was kind of like, shit, we got to play it.
Well, yeah, because
we got to play it now. Like, everybody's bumping it.
I have been rapping for already 6 years,
Wow.
And I was doing all kinds of shows and hitting the shows. And, I even remember going to Cyphers and seeing Kendrick and all these guys that are huge now,
Yeah.
So, like, I saw a lot of these guys in the same circles back then, not knowing that none of us were going to be who we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's a trip.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember Kendrick as a battle rapper. I didn't know Kendrick as like the guy that did records.
Right.
I knew Kendrick.
Like he's coming up.
I knew K-Dot as the guy who was he was a battle rapper.
Yeah,
that's how I knew him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I remember him because I never really like had a relationship with him.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing him battle at clubs or at like in the hood and you just getting really down.
Yeah.
That dude's ill.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, it reminds me like playing baseball, growing up in the Valley and then playing high school ball and then college ball, where you see people and you're like, damn, that feels good. Yeah. Like you recognize the talent.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're there, but you're also like, that guy can play.
Yeah.
And you just give him props. There's levels to this. You're like, I thought I was good. And then you're like, that motherfucker.
But that guy's really good.
And you don't know that what's going to happen, but the next thing you're like,
for sure.
Oh, he just got drafted. He just went to the next level.
Yeah, and I mean, like even seeing like I remember just listening to Kendrick. I was like, man, his wordplay is crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's different kinds of rappers in this world. There's rappers that are lyricists, and there's guys that can make records.
Yeah.
And some guys that are battle rappers cannot make songs, and some guys that can make a song are battle rappers.
Battle rappers.
So there's different.
Yeah.
like entities and even like different genres to even hip hop, you know, and you know, he was able to be successful in both at this point, you know.
So at this age, what's around what age are you at?
I'm 21. I'm
at that-
22.
you're
Yeah,
21,
yeah. At this
22
one, I'm
at
21. I'm 22.
Fame's coming
I'm starting to do
fast.
shows. Oh yeah, like I'm starting to do
Like,
a lot of shows.
like slapping your face fast.
Yeah.
I mean, at that age, you got to remember.
I'm doing shows down the street what used to be called the Key Club, which is not there no more.
Yeah.
Viper Room.
The Viper-
you know,
yeah, I
the
remember
Knitting
Viper Room.
Factory.
Yeah.
House of Blues, which is not there no more as well.
Yeah.
I did all this. Like I did all these shows.
At
you know?
21?
I was like 21, 22, 23, 20
Yeah.
years old around
Yeah,
there.
super young.
So I did all that stuff, and you know, I mean, when you're 20, you're 21, and this is coming at you kind of fast.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say next.
Anything's available to you.
Yeah.
You know, everything's at just an arm's reach.
Yeah,
You know, arm length type of deal, and you know, I mean, I had good people around me, but when you're 20 years old and you're living your dream, there's not much people can tell you.
You're
to
untouchable.
make you
Right?
to make you make the right decisions, right?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of, you know, start getting. I mean, I started getting somewhat big-headed, cocky. Didn't want to listen to people,
I think it's human nature.
and I kind of feel like it kind of, you know, I was my own worst enemy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I was my own worst enemy, and it kind of derailed my career a little bit. You know, definitely after my best friend passed away, he was my hype man. My best
really?
friend, my manager. And this happened in 2018. I was maybe 23.
And that was right after the Felly fell.
This was like at
the top?
I was climbing. You know, I was on the verge of getting like a bigger record deal.
Yeah.
Like a real record deal. You know, like and it's at the verge where it's like, okay, things are happening, and I didn't know how to manage it. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Drugs were in play.
Of course.
You know, late nights were in play. All this is happening. And again, man, I don't have necessarily someone in my ear that's telling me like, yo, let's go home.
Yeah.
Stay away from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're having fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're just living, you know, you're a 20-year-old.
You're that's why I asked you the age, because I'm thinking
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have fame at 20. I don't have fame, period. But I'm saying at that age,
Yeah.
being young and, you know, growing up in the same area you grew up in the Valley,
Yeah.
and being around certain type of people, we don't have that guidance.
Yeah.
And I speak about that a lot here on the podcast. Is I was looking for guidance, and I wasn't even famous. You feel me?
Yeah.
And imagine you. But sometimes that guidance, that just the little
And
whisper.
don't get me wrong, like it's not to say that I didn't have people around me that
But it's a specific,
wanted what was
right,
best
correct.
for me.
Yeah.
But again, when you're 22 years old and you know you're selling 300-400 tickets for people to come see you at the knitting factory,
See you, not so.
to
Yeah,
see
you.
you,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, they're seeing you. You're like,
you
yo,
know,
I'm a big deal here.
Yeah,
What's
like,
up?
You kidding me? Like,
Yeah, it's
what
crazy.
Can you tell me, bro? Like,
Nothing.
So I didn't. Even when people were telling me certain advices or just telling me like, "Hey, man, slow down," it was kind of like, "Why am I gonna slow down? Look
I'm
where
good.
Look where I'm headed.
Look where look
Look where you're at. Like, look where I'm at and look where you're at, type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so it was kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, your own, like my own ego got in the way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And like I said, a lot of it is I still think it's guidance and
It's maturity, you know.
It is.
It's
So
mature.
speaking on that, let's just touch base on it real quick. What would you give that younger concrete advice now if you were the person in your ear? What would you say?
Nothing.
Let it be.
Nothing.
Like experience it.
Not experience it. You can't teach a lesson without experience. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, if I could tell you like this is how I could show you a picture and I could write this. Hey, this is how you build a car, bro. Unless you get your hands dirty, you're never gonna know where you messed up and what you can do to make it better, right? So for me to say here and say, I would have told myself this, like it'd be pointless because everything I've learned got me to this point right now.
That's true.
And everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't tell myself anything. Like it's the same thing when I tell my kids, like, hey, never mind.
There you go. Ya se cayó.
Te caíste.
What I
Te
tell you?
dolió, ¿verdad?
Te dolió. Ándale.
Ahora sí ya
Ahora
sabes.
sí, ya
You know what I'm
sabes,
saying?
cabrón.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, everything comes with like I wouldn't let them grab.
Yeah,
the
there's
gun.
boundaries.
You know,
correct.
obviously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if you know, sometimes you gotta let things
it be.
play out.
Yeah.
Let things
Yeah,
play
yeah.
out because if not, you won't learn.
And I think a lot of it comes, like you said, experience, and I speak on that a lot. Where I'm like, yeah, we had something negative happen per se, but you got to look at it on the positive side. What'd you do? So there was downfall. You learned from it, and that's what you're gaining. Mm-hmm. So I always try to look at it as half full versus half empty. Yeah. So in that case, I think that's what you're saying. You're like, I had to learn the lesson, and whatever happened. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have learned it. So it's half full versus half empty.
Yeah, for sure.
And the negative side, like, yeah, we're not perfect too. That's another thing.
For sure. I mean, I think like you have to go through those things, especially in this industry, right? Like you gotta have thick skin in this industry, man.
Especially in your industry.
And I'm glad I went through everything I've gone through in this in this short 31 years of life.
So now, and I, like I said, I just want to know your history. I want to know your story, so then the younger generation can see what is possible. A kid from the 818, right? All odds against us at times, that you just don't know where our next move is going to be. Yours, I mean, damn, that sounds like a movie.
Yeah, possibly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, possibly.
Like if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like you, at your age, and I'm just comparing you to me, just it's the easiest thing to do. I mean, I was in college. I wasn't, there was no fame. There was just fuckery, right? It's just what it was. But so your experience is way different than most people at that young age.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm guessing now that has played a big role into where you're at now.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, after my best friend passed away in 2008,
sorry to hear that.
I decided to. I still try to rap, but I ended up like this is where the change comes.
All right, tell me.
2008, like whenever you go through something traumatic at such a young age, and to someone that was like, so close to you, and working and building and being successful with you, this is where life changes, right? So he passes away. I'm trying to figure out who I am now. Yeah. Right. I'm trying
and you're still super young.
I'm still young and to some degree like impressionable, right? Like I can still be molded. I can still be
100%
persuaded to do certain things. And so after he passed away, I kind of took the side of like, all right, man, this shit is not what it's cracked out to be. The shows. I stopped doing shows, so the phone calls stopped coming in. Yeah. The homies ain't kicking in no more. The people that were in your corner, now they're not in your corner. Yeah. The people that were leeching off of you and trying to feed off of you aren't feeding off no more because now you ain't the man no more.
Crickets.
You ain't the man no more, right? Yeah. Like you can't open doors no more for them, right? Wow. You can't get them backstage no more. Yeah. You can't get them that drug they want.
So they don't want to chill with you no more.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm starting to learn what this shit is really about, right? Like how people act and how people are around you, right? Yeah. So then I decided to change my name. I wanted to like reinvent myself. I didn't want to rap about the shit that I was rapping about no more. I wanted to take a positive turn now and try to do something different. So here comes the name Concrete. And
that was one of my questions here. I was gonna ask you, like, where did that derive from? And
this is where the personality or the persona of Concrete comes into play. You know, at this point, I had just met my girlfriend at the time, wife now, mother of my 4 children. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And so at this point, I had left everything I had.
I
had left it. I met her. I went to Long Beach. I started living with her. I wanted to really, in a way, a fresh start from everything, So with a new place of living came a new name, came a new personality, and at the time, I came up with the name Concrete.
How do you think you came up with that specific name? I'm curious. Just curious.
Because I feel that just like concrete, I have matured. Oh. And now that I'm mature, now I have a solid foundation to build upon.
Wow. So you guys hear that? Solid foundation to build on.
It's not a sexy name, right?
No. But it's very creative.
But it meant something to me, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the Concrete name comes in, and that's where all these new music, all this new stuff comes out. Now I did Juicy, and now I'm doing more of a poppy and positive records. I'm not doing all.
But you were still rapping.
But I was still rapping.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't happy doing it. I was just doing it just because I felt like I'm still trying to live the dream at this point, but it's my passion, but it's not fulfilling me no more, bro.
Really?
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not happy doing it.
Yeah.
So
wow.
At this point, I'm working odd jobs. I'm maybe like around 23, and I'm doing like a bunch of odd jobs. I ended up getting a job at this place called Factory to You in Fallas Paredes at an accounting. Light on my resume type of deal.
Yeah.
I went to one of those like select places, like one of those like temp agencies.
Yeah.
Right,
And they hired you.
Well, yeah, because like they make you go and do like this little questionnaire, and it says, "What do you know how to do?" And then they give you like a fill in the box, and then it says,
"No shit,
engineering." I was like, "Yup."
Music engineering, like, maybe not that engineering.
Everything, everything. Yeah. Stock boy, yup. Accounting, yup. I'm trying to get a job.
You're trying to get paid.
And then sure enough, so I get the job, and it's like super low level accounting, and then I started working there, and I was there for like, I don't know, maybe 3 months, and I had told people that I was a rapper, that I wanted to be an actor in entertainment. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so 3 months go by. At this point, they start finding out that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? At this point, they start finding out
that. Sorry to cut you off. I tried that, but they found out before I got hired.
Oh no!
They were like, "Yo, you said this and this, and we."
Yeah.
No.
Now with me, they found out like
you made it through.
Oh yeah. I think I even made it through past like the 90 day.
I didn't get hired.
And then they started seeing that like shit was coming up short and like or over.
Shit.
It was never like right. It was always short or over, So then like, the boss calls me and he's like, "Hey bro, like check this out. Like I heard you're an entertainer, man. I know we did some background check, man, and you don't know nothing about accounting, huh?" And I was
but you're a rapper.
I was like, "I don't, bro. I need a job." And he was like, "Look, man, I can't have that. I got a business to run.
Yeah.
But here's your last check." And he gives me my last check. And then I remember calling wifey. And at this point, I started dabbling into like wanting to do videos. I remember I had rented like a camera from one of my boys. And he was like, "Yo, man, can you do like a little interview for me? Like a little," at the time, it was like podcasting in a way. And so I ended up doing that with him. And I get my final check, and I told my wife, I was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna take this check, and I think I'm gonna buy a camera." It was like $800, bro.
That's a pickle right there.
That was my,
that was a check,
dude. This is our last check.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, "Look, check this out. I'm gonna take this $100 and I'm gonna go buy a camera, but I'm gonna need you to, I need you to like open up the credit line because the camera is $800, but I don't want to like $1,000, but I don't want to spend the whole $800." So we ended up cashing a check. We put $400 on the camera, and then I ended up paying payments.
Oh shit!
And then so here I am. $400 for the next, I don't know, 30 days because I got to figure out a new job. So I started hitting up all the rappers I knew. And I was like, "Hey, bro, check this out. I have a camera and I have a laptop.
And you need a video.
And you need a music video." At this point, YouTube was barely a thing.
I see. I hear you.
At this point, YouTube was only for like DIYs, right? Okay. You see a lot of DIY, a lot of like real estate stuff. It was more like a DIY YouTube, like that's what it was.
Yeah, that's all it was.
And random videos of random
Some
stuff,
stupid
like
shit.
A cat.
Watch my cat jump off.
Exactly. Like it was weird. It was like YouTube. What
the fuck is this shit?
And but at the same time, I remember labels started putting music videos on YouTube because
randomly.
At this time, MTV and all that was kind of like becoming obsolete.
Really?
MTV and VH1 wasn't playing music videos no more.
2010-ish?
2008, 9, 10, right?
So I'm around there. Okay, got it. Yeah.
So at this point, music videos are becoming obsolete on TV. YouTube was starting to take off, and you started seeing some of these big names start dropping
out of nowhere
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? They started these labels started monetizing. So I was like, there's a demand here.
Yeah, and no one's doing it.
And no one's doing it. And there was guys,
but not like,
there was maybe like 3 or 4 of us out there that were like, you gotta think about it, dude. There's 10 million plus people in LA. There's probably about 5 million rappers here. So it was a perfect timing for me. So I started calling everybody, hey, you need a music video, you need a music video. And for like at least the first 40 music videos were for free, bro.
Oh shit.
So it went from free music
freezy
videos
to
to here's
something.
$100 to here's 200 to here's 300 to here's 1,000 to here's 2,000, and then just kind of escalated from there, you know. And then from 2009 to 2018, I shot music videos and traveled the world, right?
No way.
In 2014, I shot my first big music video. 2012, actually.
Okay.
2012, 13. I got called to shoot my first big music video, and what I mean by big video, it was like it was a big budget.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I get there.
Oh shit.
And I knew the artist. I had heard of him. His name's Black Chill.
I was gonna say
he had a song in the '90s.
Okay. Black Chill. Yeah.
Yeah. He so if I sing you the hook, you'll know. He used to have a song called "It's Like Romeo and Juliet."
Yeah.
Sex. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a big '90s hit, right?
Yeah.
So, and I remember he calls me. He's like, "Yo, man, I would like to have a dinner meeting." And I was like, "All right, bet." And he was like, "Meet me at Chili's." And I was like, "Whoa."
Because I felt the same thing too. I would have been like, Chili's.
I was like,
bro, I know about
I
McDonald's.
said, "Hold up." I said, "Dave, want me to meet at Chili's?"
Hold up, we're doing Chili's, my boy.
Hey, iron my shirt. Iron my
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah, that's a big deal.
So I was a big.
It's not even Sizzler.
Because I had never done Chili's, bro.
Hell
Like
nah.
I
Are you
was like,
kidding
yo,
me?
this is like a real restaurant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I remember I get dressed up, bro, and I go to the meeting, and like I pull up, and these fools are like in chanclas and shorts, and I'm like,
You're like, yo, I wore my Sunday.
yeah,
I wore my Sunday
I got a
gear.
nice ass shirt, bro. I went with my little briefcase, and
That's dope.
so talking about the video, and they were like, "Cool, man. So look, check this out. What we want, man. He's gonna be your first assistant director, your first AD. This guy named Anthony Cook, white boy,
Yeah.
6'4", from Cincinnati, Ohio. Anthony
Okay.
Cook, and I was
Okay.
like, "All right, cool. Man, good to meet you, bro."
Bet.
And then they're like, "Cool, man. So we have a $10,000 budget," and I was like, "What?"
For me?
I was like, $10,000 budget? How much of that do I have to use?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's dope.
And then so that was like the first one, right? So I shoot that music video. I get to the set. Like I had never gone to school for filming, man. Keep in mind. So
Yeah.
I know what I
But
want visually.
you had the creativity behind you.
I always knew what I wanted visually. I knew what I wanted to see on camera.
Yeah. You had
So-
seen it already.
You know, I get to the set.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful set down in downtown LA. They had a ton of film sets, like for TV shows and sitcoms, and it was just, they were like, yo.
No shit.
So the crew gets there, and it's like about 15, 20 dudes, you know?
Wow.
Men and women. You
Yeah.
know, they got this guy
Like
doing
this is a set.
It's a real set.
like
it's
you
a
said,
real-
15, 20 people.
It's a real production set.
Wow.
Right?
That is
So
awesome.
Anthony Cook, which is my first assistant director, he
Yeah.
comes like, all right, man, the crew's ready for the morning meeting. And I was like, what meeting?
What
man?
meeting, bitch?
I was like,
What you mean, dog? Where's my
I was,
coffee?
I was like, what do you guys want to talk about? He's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, well, you got to tell them what you want to do.
you
Like,
gotta tell
where
them.
do you want to start? And so the dudes were like, man, what kind of lights do you want? And I was like, man, I want something bright. Something not so bright here and something super bright here.
I'll let you know. That's dope.
And my boy Anthony Cook, he's like, hey, man.
Let me, he brought you on game.
No, yeah. So this, like, and people, like, dude, for the first 5 hours, people were frustrated because I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know that
They had a lingo and all that
I didn't know
shit,
that there
right?
was a lingo in the
yeah,
film
yeah,
world,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then he pulls me to the side during lunch,
Oh,
and he was like,
funny,
"Yo,
bro."
He's like, look, man, he's like, dude, so like, look, man, the crew's really frustrated, bro. Like they're coming at me.
Oh.
We're running behind by 2 hours.
Oh, shit.
Look, man, why don't you tell me? Look, why don't you Google what you want it to look like? Like, just Google other videos. Show me what you want.
Yeah.
And then I'll communicate
Yeah,
that to the crew.
I'll be your voice.
Yeah,
Orale.
he was gonna be like my liaison.
Yeah.
And then so
That
we
fool
start,
came, hey,
and
he
so
came through.
And so he came through, right?
He came through,
We
dog.
finished the video.
Wow.
I took the video home. I edited it. We both met again at Chili's with the artist, and we showed him the video. The dude was like, "Wow, beautiful video.
No way.
It's a fucking movie, dog."
No way.
And Anthony Cook was like, "Yo, you put that together?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You edited that?" I was like, "Yeah, dude."
What were you using? Final Cut?
I was using Final Cut at the time.
Damn, how did I know?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's
Final
OG
Cut.
shit right there.
So then, he calls me like a week later, and he was like, "Yo, man, man, I think you're really talented, dude." I was like, "Man, thank you, I appreciate that, Cook." He's like, "Look, man, I don't know if you know, but I'm a cinematography instructor at the New York Film Academy in Burbank."
No way.
He's all like, "I want to offer you a position to come and work as a TA.
Okay.
And if you come in and work as a TA,
You learn all the other shit.
if you just sit in the back and shut your mouth, you can learn from all the teachers, me, myself, and wherever other instructors." He's like, "So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna give you a little test. I won't be the one taking the test, but here, study this, and in 2 weeks, call me when you're ready, and I'll make sure that you at least get an interview, and they give you the test." I ended up passing the test, and I ended up getting a job at the New York Film Academy. I was there for 4 years.
Wow.
And I basically got paid to get a master's degree in film.
Get the fuck out of here.
So that's how I got, educated in film.
Yeah.
Was through my boy Anthony Cook. That
Shout out to Anthony Cook.
kind of
came through.
My boy worked the system.
But he didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
He could have been like concrete. Hey, dog. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Said, hey, let that food sink right there.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
came
So he
through.
didn't have to. So I was there up
came
until
through.
like from 2012 to like 2016. Because in 2016, I started traveling a lot for film.
While you were in there, you were also doing your own.
I was still working.
You were still working, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
were still hustling. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah. I was still working.
Gotta hustle.
Yeah, I was still working. And then in 2018, man, is when I decided to, kind of change the course a little bit.
That's where I was gonna lead to next. Is like you're making people you're putting smiles in everybody's faces, which is a beautiful thing. And obviously, you're very good at it, right?
Thank you.
So I would have never, of course, I would have never imagined that you were rapping prior to that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I didn't see a rapper turned comedian, right? I never saw that in the script, right?
Right.
So I'm like, because you're like a natural, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? Like, how did?
Well, I was always that.
You're always that guy?
I've always been that guy.
Okay, cool.
Like
Yeah.
around my friends.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Because I come from the rapper world, I always felt that I had to be a certain person, and I had to have this certain persona, this certain ego, this certain facade of being hard.
Yeah. Or your
and
entertainment person versus
it's different, right?
There's two different
you want people
people,
to take you seriously, so I'm not gonna be a clown in front of people and shit like that. So in 2018, we were shooting a music video. And then, just unfortunate things happen, and then they ended up stealing most of our equipment at one of the music videos.
Oh, okay.
And this is where, again, another tragic moment happens in my life.
Another life lesson.
Another life lesson, right? Another tragic moment, which is life-altering, right? Life-altering things that happen in your life.
Yeah. Not just a little thing.
Right?
Not a flat tire.
No. This is
a big deal.
This is life-altering, bro. Like, I lose everything I've been working for the last 10 years. And not only do they take, it's more, demoralizing than the physical, like the stealing cameras and lights or whatever. It's more the fact that, damn, man, like I really,
that was my shit.
I really did, like, legitimately. Like, I didn't steal none of my shit.
Yeah.
I didn't do it a certain way.
Yeah,
I did it with, sweat and tears.
Yeah,
you know
hard
what I'm
work.
saying? Hard work, right?
Yeah.
Can you mention what happened or no?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we were at a music video, and we were over there at what is it? At Miracle Mile, off La Cienega in Fairfax. Eric, right?
Eric was there too.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, he's been. These guys have been on my team for 15 years plus, bro.
Wow.
So-
Shout out to Eric and their gentleman.
Eric and Martin.
Martin,
Yeah.
pleasure, Martin.
So these guys have been with me
Saludos.
for a long time, man.
Yeah,
There's only
yeah.
one guy that's not here. His name's Biggie. He's been with me from the jump too, bro. But
Wow.
unfortunately, he
That's
lives in
awesome.
San Antonio now. Well, unfortunately for him, he lives in.
Yeah.
He's living a great life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Unfortunately for us, he's not with us here. But so we were shooting a music video, 2018, September 23rd,
Okay.
August 23rd,
August went there.
and we're on the last shot of the music video. This is the last scene, and it was me, bro. I said, hey, it'd be really great if we get one last shot. It's this place called Miracle Mile. It's beautiful. It has a bunch of lights. It's maybe like 11 o'clock at night. And I said, why don't we just wrap up the video? Let's go do this shot there and wrap up the video. That's it.
Yeah.
So se nos hizo fácil agarrar la cámara, get the camera,
Yeah.
and just grab the camera and one speaker and one lens and one little bounce board, and let's all run across the street around the corner and get this last shot. And let's leave everything behind. We'll be right back. It's only going to take 10 minutes.
And I'm thinking,
correct
me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking your hard drives, your laptops,
everything.
You left them.
Everything.
And that's the key that you were talking about, I think. Because
everything.
You can replace the light.
Well,
filter light, pero eso.
Yeah. And I'll get into that right now.
Yeah.
So we go do this shot. We come back like if fucking Houdini and David Blaine
teamed up.
And every magician teamed up and just made everything disappear. Fuck. Like that. Like in a blink of an eye, dog.
They were scouting you, dog.
And dog.
They were scouting us,
Let
dog.
me tell you, dog.
What were you, player?
He was with me. You know?
The
whole part is we had somebody watching. We've been in every ghetto with the fuck.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, we've been in every ghetto in the world, dog.
Hundreds of thousands of equipment.
For it to happen here at home was horrible.
Watching it and they just slipped up.
They fell asleep, you know? They
literally?
Not literally.
I was like,
they
what?
weren't paying attention to what was happening right in front, behind them. They were looking this way. Everything was
Madre
happening behind them.
loco. Oh my God.
So, anyways,
they were scouting you and just.
well,
boom,
this is what
bada
they.
bing,
Well,
bada
well,
boom.
no. We're coming to find out. This is what they do at that particular area because there's so many tourists that go and take pictures there.
So they already know.
So they already go. They go break windows, snatch bags, and get out.
Oh,
this
shit.
time they happen to hit the fucking jackpot.
They're like, yo, we don't gotta break shit. Just grab it.
just grab everything.
Fuck.
You know, just grab everything.
Oh.
So they took hard drives, everything, computers, cameras, lenses, accessories, all kinds of shit, right? And keep in mind, bro, we had just gotten back from Honduras, where I got a budget of almost $30,000 to shoot 2 music videos.
So you bought all this shit new?
No,
guessing-
no. What I'm saying is that I had just shot 2 music videos in Honduras, where the budget was $30,000. 2 of those music
Were in
videos
there.
were in those hard drives.
Oh.
So imagine those phone calls. I had a music video that I had just shot for Kid Frost. Imagine that phone call.
Hey, dog, you better get my video, Holmes.
You know?
Right?
I had one music video that I had just shot in Belize. Imagine that phone call.
Puta madre, loco.
So forget about the gear, bro.
Yeah, forget about that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking hard drive.
And I remember I even did a video on Instagram, and I
my
said, "Hey,
God.
man, if anybody knows anything, look, keep it all. Give me the hard drives."
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck is a hard drive?
You know,
right? The people that stuck it were like, ¿qué es eso?
Shout out to my primo Bourgeois, Caveman, the whole 27 Junkies. They threw like a little party for me, you know, to like a fundraiser. They ended up giving.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they ended up giving me like $2,000.
Shout out to
I got a
them, for
new
sure.
laptop and stuff like that. But
that
at the time, it wasn't gonna cover none of the
none
stuff.
of the stuff.
None of the stuff.
All the
right?
green lights that were put on you.
So at
Where's
this
my
point,
brand? you understood what I said.
at this point,
Where's my video, dog?
Now I'm exactly.
Yeah.
At this point, now I was working. At this point, I was kind of like more or less working with them, but so Pocos for the Locos, Edub and Kool-Aid had given me a little place to work at in the valley. Like they have a studio right there in Studio City, so they had given me like a little room to work out.
Yeah. Edit or whatever.
And edit and do my thing, and it's like you edit for us, we hook you up with a room, an office, and it was kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Well, at this point, dude, I didn't have much to do, and I didn't want to impose and overstay my invite there because I wasn't being productive no more. I really like fell out of it, you know. And I'm literally like in my last days of being there as a tenant, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I started looking. At this point, MGK and Eminem were battling.
They're beefing? Okay.
They were doing like a little rap battle.
Yeah, rap battle, yeah.
Yeah, MGK.
I don't even remember the MGK rap.
MGK drops a diss track.
Okay.
And exactly. Machine Gun Kelly.
You know which one, Anthony?
Yeah.
I
So
don't
he
remember
he drops a diss track, and I was like, you know, it would be kind of cool. I have nothing else to do. I'm gonna do a reaction video, and I remember getting food, and I'm watching the video, and the camera's on me, and I did a reaction video, and
like a natural reaction.
natural reaction
like
video.
Speaking on what you thought
on what was
How the-
going on as
how
I'm
the beef
listening,
is
as I'm
coming up.
listening
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the song and the video.
Yeah.
So then I dropped it on my Instagram, and then I got like 5-10 comments. Oh, dude, this is hilarious, bro. You're funny, dog. That's funny, dog.
Like,
do
just like that.
Do another reaction video.
And you're
I
like,
was
what the fuck?
And then I did another one of a dude. It was this dude singing in New York at a train subway station, and he was singing beautiful, like like fucking
Mozart and all that.
like
Classical.
beautiful singing. And
the opera.
and then so the video is going back and forth from me watching the video and him, and then again, oh no, that's hilarious. The commentaries, your facial expressions are funny, dog. And now I got like 20 comments.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
And then, dude, keep in mind, this is all happening within like 24 hours, bro.
Okay.
I go back the next day to the studio, and I'm now I'm searching for videos online. I was like, what am I gonna do?
What else can I do?
And this video comes up of a dude of a lady getting caught stealing at a liquor store
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
Okay, got it.
Right? Somebody had posted like a cell phone
yeah.
video of the lady getting caught.
How funny.
And I was like, and immediately, like, I don't know what triggered it in my head. I was like, man, that liquor store looks like the 76 gas station right next to us.
Okay. Was it?
No, it wasn't.
wasn't. Okay,
No,
okay.
it wasn't. But I'm like, it looks like it.
Yeah.
What if
You went
I recorded myself at the store as if I'm there and I edit this shit, right? Keep in mind,
I know where you're going with
I
this.
have 12 years of cinematography.
I know where you're going with
lighting,
this, yeah.
perspective, angle. I know exactly.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing that video. And then I drop it like at, dude, I remember the guys looking at me because the guy at 76 was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'll be right back. I was like, fool, just chill. He was like, dude, you're gonna scare the customers. Like, fool, just chill, dog.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I was like, fool, I'm in here all day, fool. Don't act like you don't see
You
me.
know
every
me.
day.
You know me, dog. Come on.
No, I'm just saying, like, you're scaring the customers. Because I started yelling. I was like, doing all kinds of shit, right?
Oh my God.
And he was like, I want to see what you're doing. I was like, I'll be right back. Trust me, I'm not going to burn your spot. I'll be right back.
Oh my God.
So I run back to the studio, which is just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like a kid at the candy, so I'm like, I start editing shit.
You're like, hell yeah.
I'm editing.
Yeah.
I was like, and I'm cutting. I'm like coloring it, and I'm like, and I played it. I'm like, oh my God.
That's where you do all these remakes of these videos that we see that are fucking hilarious.
Right.
Like Cortez's fool.
Yeah.
Cortez.
Yeah.
That was running out of the. That's where that came from?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that is amazing.
It must have been like a Tuesday or I post this
Oh,
shit, bro.
shit.
I post a video. It must
love
have been like
it.
5 p.m. And I post a video, and I literally posted it, and I put my phone away, and now I'm looking at
That's
like
amazing.
sports news, and my phone's just ding, 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 and I'm like, who's texting me, bro?
Yeah.
And it's Instagram, and I'm seeing the notifications, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Dang.
And then it's like, bro, comment after comment. This is funny, and then it's. Because before I was getting comments, but it was like my mom, my cousin,
the homie.
like people that love me.
Yeah, know you.
People that know me, they're like,
Yeah.
oh man, keep going, man.
We're here for
we
you,
think you're
babe.
onto something, buddy. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, keep going, buddy.
You struck out, but échale ganas,
You know,
mijo.
échale ganas, güey, you know? But now it's comments from people I don't even know.
Some random
and
ass
the
fool.
followers are like, boom, 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 ding, ding. And I was like,
shit.
I called my girl. I was like, hey, do you see what's going on? She's like, I'm seeing it.
She saw it. Oh, she did?
I was like, keep going. She was like, keep going.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's roll.
And then
roll
next
this.
thing you know, bro, I'm dedicated. Like I didn't even like money still to this day is not the issue, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
To me, ever since then, it's just been like, let's just create content, be
Yeah.
funny. And now we're here, bro. 6 years later, bro, it's changed my life. You know?
Hilarious. Because I was gonna ask you how you come up with these creative skits, right? It's one thing to recreate something, right? That happens to me per se, and you go and make fun of it.
Yeah.
But then you're coming up with like the McDonald's stuff,
Yeah.
the fun size Vargas that we're talking about, and all these other like those. Tell me about that stuff. Like, what has been you think the biggest one and the
The stuff
the
with my
funnest
dad.
one to do?
The stuff with my dad.
Appa! when you're like, let me jump in there. He's like, "That's pendejo, cabrón, me estoy bañando."
I mean, that's all stuff that
That happens.
That I mean, to me, like I don't try to sit there and do content like for people because I think it's funny for them.
Yeah. It's organic.
I don't worry about what you think is funny.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do what makes me feel good, bro.
That's dope.
First and foremost, it's therapy to me.
Yeah.
The fact that it makes you laugh is just the cherry on top.
It's a cherry on top. Yeah.
But I do what I think is funny to me, bro.
That's
And I think that's what
hilarious,
keeps my originality intact.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Because if I'm doing what he's doing, then it ain't me, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why, to me, it has to be funny to me. If it ain't funny to me, then it's not gonna make the platform. You know what I'm saying?
How did dad? Cause apa, he's big. Your dad's famous, bro. I think. What at first? He's like I'm thinking he's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Or like, how did that happen? With
with Pops is just
at first, maybe now, yeah. Pero antes.
Oh no, I mean at first he was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like what are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Estás pendejo el pleo, qué?
You know,
¿Estás fumando, cabrón?
You know, but I think he saw me happy, bro.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I think like, cause it even got to a point sometimes when I was doing music videos, like I wasn't happy doing it no more. I was just kind of like. We were just trying to turn $1 at one point and just let's just get this video going. Let's just get this shit done. Like, it wasn't fun no more at one point. It was just. But with this, I've been doing this for 6 years, man, and I'm having fun still. Like, I'm still having like, dude, we get to play G.I. Joes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're playing make believe, bro. Like again, bro. Like I can't. There's nothing I would rather do like than just. Be creative and make people laugh while I'm doing it.
Would you have a favorite skit that comes to mind that you'd say?
Nah, because that's like having a favorite kid,
True.
I think they all serve its purpose.
Or what was the craziest one that you just like you that pops into mind where you're like, that came out of nowhere.
That beat came out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, because the peak wasn't supposed to be a skit.
No. Oh, what was it?
Well, the peak was I was shooting a music video in Atlanta.
The Aztec Warrior.
And this is
that you're talking
again,
about, right?
Yeah. When I started doing skits, I was still doing music videos because it was kind of like I still had to feed a family, right?
100%.
So I was still trying to survive off of that.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't as much as I did before, I was still surviving off of it.
Yeah.
So I went to Atlanta to do a video for my boy G Kick Door, and the song was called Mexico.
Okay.
And in the song, he was gonna have Aztec queens and Aztec warriors and all this.
Yeah.
So I went to Atlanta a few days before, and I was helping him build the costumes.
Oh, okay.
And I remember I helped him build, like, we're in his kitchen with his, with his beautiful family, his wife, and his little girl, and I'm helping him build the costumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I ended up creating one of the headpieces.
Yeah. The stuff you wear on the like.
So that particular headpiece is from that music video.
Oh, no way.
So then I took the headpiece and I put it on, and it was so hot in Atlanta that day that I had my shirt off, dog. Okay. And I started saying like, "Hey, what's up, perritos? Let's go to the pyramid." And everybody in the house was like, "Blah."
Rolling.
Just started cracking up, dog.
Shit.
And he was like, "That's fucking funny." And his little girl was like, "Oh, that's so funny, Concrete." And I literally grabbed my phone. And in Atlanta, they have a lot of vegetation, right? So his backyard looks like a jungle.
Okay.
So I grabbed the phone. I went back there, and I was thinking, I was like, yeah, when we go into the pyramid, who we gonna sacrifice? And I was like, perfect. And it was one take, bro. I didn't do 3, 4. I did it in one take. And it was, again, I posted it. I went back inside. Let's keep making more. And then it was like ding, 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 ding.
Oh, shit.
And that was one of the ones that still to this day, it doesn't matter where I go, doesn't matter where I'm at.
They bring that on.
People are like, what's up, that big? Who are we going to sacrifice? And that one came out of nowhere. It was a mistake.
That's a dope one.
It wasn't meant to be what it was.
One more for you. What about the "that's not me"? Where did that come from? That shit's hilarious.
Well, "That's Not Me" started because of the followers. It wasn't me.
Okay.
And, like
But like, just get the idea to be like,
I didn't start
You
that
know what I
though
mean?
because the way it started is that when I started letting my hair grow out, you know,
Yeah, me too.
People were sending me pictures and videos of like, "Hey, fool, I just saw you at Magic Mountain." And then so I started telling people, "Nah, that's not me, fool.
yeah. And then,
Nah, that's you, fool. I saw you, fool. You're at Magic." I was like, "Fool, that's not me."
yeah.
And then I started getting it so often. At first I was mad, fool.
He got all sensitive.
Well, because at first I was like, "Nah, fool, fuck you guys."
He got all sensitive.
At first I was like, "Nah, that's not me,
I'll
fool."
fuck
But
with
thank
you.
you, fool. But appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, you know?
yeah.
And then they started tagging me, and then they started.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I was
That's
like, you
just
know
funny.
what? Hold on. Fool. And then
Let
someone
me twist this shit around.
I don't remember the first one that I did, but I remember they sent me one, and I was like, "Hey, that kind of does look like me."
You're like, that's my twin.
I was like, "Damn,
shit.
that's a good
That's
one."
a good one.
And then I posted it,
That's
and then it just
funny.
went nuts, bro. You know,
That's awesome.
it just went nuts. Yeah. So you know, I still do those to this day.
To this day, that is awesome. And in addition to all your accolades and everything that you're now accomplishing, and like I said, you're pushing it forward. You're also do charity work. I mean, you're part of the community. I see you out there with the
I wish I could be
McDonald's.
more a part of it, but yeah, I wish I could do more. But I've just been so busy lately that I want to get back to it.
I mean, to give you credit, there's people that don't even think about it at one point, right? Like, you know, they don't even do it. Like, so I've seen you out there. A lot of it with the parades on San Fernando.
Yeah.
A lot of that stands out is like the McDonald's stuff.
Yeah.
So that's with the Marroquin family,
Yes.
right? So tell me a little bit about that in regards to.
Well, it's always been in tandem with Project Hope. you
Okay,
know?
yeah,
I started doing charity work during the pandemic,
There you go.
when I thought I had it bad, and then you really started seeing that other people
Yeah.
had it worse.
Yeah, I
And
believe
that
you.
you had at least a roof over your head, and
correct.
that you had a family that cares
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you, and there was plenty of food in the fridge.
Wow.
And then so I started wanting to help, and I reached out, or it was kind of like a mutual thing where I forgot who reached out to who, but it was kind of like, "Hey, you guys need help? Yeah, we need help. Cool, I'll be there." And
Yeah.
I started helping out, just handing out grocery bags.
That's
and
dope.
It kind of grew from that to, and I think we're on this year is going to be our 3rd annual Concrete Gives Back, giveaway for kids during Christmas.
No way. Let us know about that.
So I mean, like every
we'll love to be a part of
man,
that.
we try to do give back to the community. I mean, like I said, man, I wish I could do it a lot more, but sometimes time doesn't permit it.
Yeah.
And you need recursos, like you need funds for
Yeah.
stuff like that. You need backing.
Yeah,
and,
100%.
and so sometimes it's not as easy as people may think, but we try to do the best we can.
That's awesome, and I admire it because I think it's dope to give back to where we came from.
Yeah.
And you giving back to the valley is a big deal.
Yeah, especially Van Nuys, man. That's where I was born, and again, that's like the mecca of the valley.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
the center. That's the center. You're
So,
right, 100%.
to me,
you
it's
know
like-
the valley. That's the
yeah.
center of the valley. That's the heart.
Yeah.
Not the heart, I guess, but it's the middle of the 818. And back then I think it was more like, oh, you're from Van Nuys, I'm from Pacoima, Por Decir, right?
Yeah.
And we all try to at a young age we're thinking this is my side, that's your side.
Territorial, yeah.
But now as you grow older and you realize the reality of it all, it's like we're all one. And this is that's why I say I love that you're giving back, because not many people do. And some of us, maybe go down the wrong road and we can't give back per se. So the fact that, that you and I are doing something is a big deal to me, which is why I wanted you
Oh,
big
thank you
time
for
to
having
come
me,
here
man.
today, which is amazing. Thanks again for being here with us. I think, Anthony, I want to do the fireball questions. So we do a.
I was doing with tequila. Is that cool?
No. Yeah, no. I just call it the fireball.
Okay, good. 'Cause I'm about to say I get heartburn with that, bro.
No. What I do is he puts a timer.
I get heartburn.
I know, right? He puts a timer.
Okay.
And I just spit out these quick questions, and you just answer them, like just whatever is
Pops in my
right.
head?
Exactly.
Okay.
He'll put a timer. We'll try to beat it. It's for fun. That's sponsored by All American Sports Shop in the city of Winnetka.
Okay.
So right on the like a block from Sadako in Winnetka, All American Sports Shop. For any baseball needs, guys, go there. They'll cover you. They got everything. They've been there for years. Tell the homie there that Concrete sent you for just kidding. 50% discount. No, but All American. Shout out to All American. Thanks you for sponsoring Fireball questions here. So Anthony, when you're done, I mean, when you're ready, I'm gonna spit these out for him, and then we'll kind of wrap it up.
All right, ready, go.
In-N-Out or Tommy's?
In-N-Out.
Rapping or comedy?
Comedy.
Wait, what the hell? How did we?
Did I win?
Yeah, what'd you win? A shot.
Is it home run or
come
what?
on, 2 seconds?
I fucked up.
Yeah, you did. All right, let's go again.
3, 2.
In-N-Out or Tommy's?
In-N-Out.
Rapping or comedy?
Comedy.
Pool or no pool in your house?
No pool.
MJ or Kobe?
Kobe.
2-story, single-story home?
Single story.
Cheese or no cheese?
Cheese.
A dunking or three-pointer?
Duncan.
Cul-de-sac or no cul-de-sac?
No cul-de-sac.
Lakers or Clippers?
Lakers.
Boom! There it is. We got a gift for you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, we got a
have
little
a gift for you too, man.
Oh, no way. Awesome.
Yeah, man. We brought a little sweater, man. I wish I could have brought more.
Ooh, the perrito came through,
Yeah,
big
but we
dog.
got the fulano de tal sweater.
Oh,
So you can tell people that.
That shit
Don't
is
tell people
fun.
who you are. Just tell them you're fulano.
I'm fulano de tal,
There
big
you go,
dog.
brother. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you very much.
Thank you for having
me. That's awesome. But I want to share also our gift to you.
Oh, let's do it. What is
And
it,
then
bro?
Anthony's got it right here. And then you can we know you like basketball. You're a big
course. Yeah.
obviously. And I'm glad you said Kobe.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
There you go. The mentality. The chamba mentality.
That is
That's amazing.
That's
man.
from
Thank
everybody
you.
here at Safe at Home Podcast. Once
Beautiful.
again,
Thank you.
thank you for being
Means
here
a lot,
today.
man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Damn, I feel like I should have brought you more than a sweater.
no, you're good, bro. You're
What's your
good.
address, big dog? Oh, you signed it. Very, very good. I won't read it out loud, but
You
thank you.
actually, you know what? I think it coincides with what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you can read it.
If you want,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
I just don't want to read the postcard. You know what I'm saying? Like the
No, because we were talking about this. Maybe I
Yeah.
can put it in together. So why don't you read
for
it?
sure, man. Yeah.
If you want.
Of course, of
okay.
course. It says, keep putting a smile in everyone's faces. Love what you do what you love. There it is, man.
And
Latino Power, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having me.
awesome, bro. Thank you for coming. But what I was gonna say was because listen to what it says. It says, "Do what you love," right? I'm drawing a blank here. What is it?
Yeah, love what you do.
Love what you do what you love,
man.
And he's doing what he loves, guys.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you started here,
Yeah.
and you ended up here per se. And even through all the ups and downs, like you said, you actually said it. You said, "I was doing the music videos, but I wasn't really happy."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I know.
I can elaborate in short
I
with that.
understand.
Yeah, I can
I'm not
elaborate in
saying like,
short,
oh,
yeah.
you're fucking, miserable.
No,
but you get
I
my
think-
point, right?
I think what it is that like, and I say this and usually like, I try to say this in all the podcasts that
Yeah.
I do is that you can have a passion for something.
Correct.
My passion was rapping. My passion was music videos.
Right.
But my calling is making people laugh.
And I think
And
that's what that.
And
that's
this
what I'm
is
saying
where
there, yeah.
I'm doing my calling, and I think if people followed and did their callings, I think we
go a long way.
yeah, we go a longer way. I mean, not that you can't be happy doing your passion. If you're passionate about something and that is your calling, then that's amazing, But I think passions and calling are different things.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I think my calling is making people laugh.
There you go. And at the end of the day, through all the trials and tribulations, you came through. You kept going.
Yeah.
So, guys, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Boom. Safe at Home Podcast. On to the next one. Thank you. That song.